Rugby League is back.
Drum roll, please.
You're a true Warriors fan.
I have no recollection of that hot take.
We don't all have to agree.
It's good to be back.
It's just a really boring thing.
Oh, partner.
Start winning some games.
I think there'll be a lot of changes to the team.
I've got them making the 8 for mine.
Let's go. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Advantage Line TAB's Rugby League betting podcast. My name is Carl Tiley, joined in studio by Paul Mawate. Paul, quick question to you.
Yep.
In our opener, you said, I've got them making the 8 for mine. Who do you reckon you're talking about?
The Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
How was your week?
Very good. Fairly quiet, but
That's a lie.
topped off by a lovely Waz win on the weekend and done through defense as opposed to offense. It was great to see. And RTS pushing Dom Young out while he only had one operational hamstring was just, I think it epitomized the effort put in by the Waz.
Don't steal all the juice from the show, Paul. I don't have a smart segue to introduce him, but welcome in, Nick Tedeschi. How are you?
You mean you don't have a smart ass segue to introduce me? Which is usually the way to go. It was another good weekend of footy. It's plenty to talk about. Of course, the big news this week, which I'm sure we'll get to soon, had nothing to do with what was happening on the field, but I can say I've been watching rugby league for the better part of 40 years. And I've seen two things in the last 48 hours I've never seen before. A player penalised for impersonating a referee, followed by a club offering a contract to its star player live on television. You think you've seen it all in rugby league, but rugby league just keeps on giving.
That's just rugby league being rugby league. It's sensational.
And welcoming in our fourth man in, Searley. Searley, have you got anything else you want to steal from my run sheet? Just do the show. Just get it done now.
Well, something happened this morning, but I'll leave you to that as well. Great win for the Warriors. It's been the circus that is rugby league over the last weekend as well. It's the greatest game of all, isn't it? It just delivers on and off the field 24/7. Just when you think, Monday, Tuesday, downtime till teamless naming. Let's have some more scandals, some referee calls, or everything. It's a group chat's dream.
and we talk about this. We haven't even got to the fact that an 80-year-old Rabbitohs mascot pushed a 9-year-old child. And an investigation was launched with the Prime Minister coming to the defence of the 80-year-old Rabbitohs.
Oh, jeez.
We haven't even hit the extremes yet.
Rugby league. How good. Searley did mention something that's happened this morning. We're not breaking it, but it feels like we are. Dylan Walker granted an immediate release from the Warriors. Will not be playing this week. Searley, I'll come back to you for your initial take here.
Yeah, obviously gutted. And there's been a bit of chatter around this one for a while now out there in the media. Obviously, Walks' family is based in Sydney, and they have been for the last wee while. So I don't have kids, but I can only imagine that's been incredibly hard for him to deal with, and didn't want to leave the club, has enjoyed his time here at the Warriors, but ultimately it's family first. I see a lot of people being like, another Warriors player lost to compassionate grounds. I do think you have to factor this one in as being a little bit different to the others, but yeah, it's sad. He's a great player, great leader, on and off the field. He's just a really good dude. He's had a massive impact for us in the 46 games he's been here, so it's sad to see him go. I like to look on the bright side, though, and that gives opportunities now for some players, whether that's a Sam Healy, whether it's increased minutes for a Leka, whether it means Tamata Martin, CHT, switch around a little bit. There's lots of possibilities there, but yeah, sad to see Walks go.
I want to know what horrible crime he possibly committed to be forced to be sent to the Parramatta Eels. For mine, he's played very good. He seems to have been a very good clubman. For him to be shipped off to the Parramatta Eels like a convict sent to Australia in the 1780s, I don't know about that. So, there's got to be more to this Dylan Walker story. There has to be.
Oh, gee. I don't even know where to go there. But your take on it, Teddy?
It's losing players on compassionate grounds. Some players take them here. It's hard for clubs that are on kind of the outskirts of where the game is based around Sydney and Brisbane. So I think developing a reputation as letting players go on compassionate grounds is not the worst thing for the club. It will give players, it won't make players feel like they're entirely tied down to there if things do go wrong. So I don't think it's the worst thing. Look, Walker's a good player for the Warriors, but I don't think he was a game changer for the Warriors. He's going to return home. He's going to get opportunities at Parramatta. He will walk into that starting team wherever he wants to play for mine. So, I think it's probably a win-win situation. And like Searley said, I hopefully we'll see a little bit more of Sam Healy. I think could be the upshot here.
Yours?
I really hope we see a lot more of Sam Healy. I think we met him at Ellerslie.
We did, Paul. Yes, we did.
He's a bit bigger than I actually. He's a bit bigger than I actually thought.
Was that I think because you'd had too many tins, or you just weren't sure whether it was him? What's the go there, Paulie?
Well, there were a few of them.
So there wasn't. There was Sam Healy and there was Jet Cleary.
There were 4 of them.
The other 2 were Blues players.
Oh. Yeah, Warriors in waiting. Anyway,
oh God,
he is he's a bit bigger than I actually thought. So he could slot into that 14 jersey very, very easily, I think, and I think he'd be able to do a fantastic job there. I mean, Dylan has been a wonderful, wonderful sort of gap filler for the Wars coming off the bench and doing a lot of good work for them. So there is a gap to fill there. I think Sam Healy would be the man to do it. Or they either muck around with the halves and possibly put Tamari Martin into the halves and have Harris Tavita in the 14 jersey, because I think that balance would be a wee bit better than TMM in the 14 jersey. So, and he's been playing super good footy in reserve grade. Boy, oh boy, that team is stacked.
Continue to steal my thunder. With 3 minutes into the show, but that's where my head's at. I think probably on Healy long-term option, absolutely, but I think the way the Warriors play, and I saw it more on Friday night than I've seen it in any of the 3 games, is using Walker and Aaron Clark in the middle, actually running the shape, first receiver, and then going out the back to the halves. I think CHT is probably better suited to that role, and I think like for like, you're not losing much in terms of Walker and Harris Tavita in that 14 role, and then it gives Tamari Martin an option in the halves.
Where Harris Tavita lacks, though, is that leg speed that Walker and Aaron Clark have through the middle. Yep. And it's not just leg speed, but leg speed combined with strength to be able to do it when they run, and I don't think Harris Tavita has that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if we see more of Dimitri Vaimoga at 13 playing that Dylan Walker role there.
Hopefully he plays a little better than last week.
Let's save that for the good, the bad, the ugly, please.
I do think, though, having Healy, like it's just one change rather than 2. You don't have to tinker with the spine, and we've seen how impactful Wade Egan's work out of dummy half can be, and taking the pressure off our playmakers. You could argue Healy's running game is right up there with Wade's too. So it's going to be really interesting. I assume in the next 24 to 48 hours we'll get a better idea around it. But yeah, Tamari and Rocco Berry have both been knocking on the door for a long time now, and Rocco gets his shot this week through injury, and maybe Tamari gets his shot now as well.
Yep, let's wait and see. All right, let's have a look at some betting, fellas. Let's start personal. How'd you go over the weekend, Paul?
Terrible. Did not have a single winner. I took a same game multi on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. Barely got a leg correct in all of those. It was absolutely horrible, diabolical, which means follow me this weekend because I'm going to bounce back big time.
That's what it always means. What about you, Ted?
Unmitigated disaster. Some of the worst beats of all time. had the Sharks minus 16.5. Thought they led 26-0. They should have been up by 50.
This is brutal.
We'll get to that.
And you know what? And the worst thing was, there's nothing I love more than a meaningless field goal. But my God, I was hoping they'd just throw the ball wide and try and score a try at the end there. Had the Dolphins Tigers under 47.5. Looked absolutely home. Then the Tigers were set up for a field goal. They were trying to charge the field goal down. Nappy sneaks right through, scores the try. So that was great. That was after one had come off the post to lobby him earlier. So that was nice. Under 50.5, Manly Canberra was home until the last play of the game when they got a penalty for attacking the kicker downfield and then scored straight away. So that was fun. And then to top it off, back Justin Thomas in the golf. Took the kid to school up by 2. Thought with 3 hours to play, I thought this is looking good. Get home. He's now down by 2. So it's a Victor Holden. So exciting times.
Searley, have you got a good news story for me?
No, imagine I'm the 9-year-old and the TAB's the Bunnies mascot. I poked the bear last week. I called them out. I said I was on a heater, and yeah, I got pushed around the paddock last week. I had nothing as well, much like Paulie and Teddy. It was just donations from me. So surely, Carl, you've got to win it for us.
Just before we get to my winnings,
This is brilliant.
TAB 9-year-olds, R18, bet responsibly.
There's nothing I love more on this show than watching you get all shaky and concerned about the comments of others, particularly when it's not me.
I did have some winners.
Surely no one took that literally as if
We just got to, we've got to keep legal happy.
Covering
Yeah.
I was in a little town called Havelock North on Friday night watching the Warriors in a pub called Turk's Bar.
Turks, yeah.
You're very familiar with Turk's Bar,
Yes,
Paul?
indeed.
There was myself, my wife, and about 4 other blokes watching the Warriors. And I put a pretty significant bet on the Warriors 1-12 for me. And I tell you what, putting a significant stake on a team that you already live and die by is not good for the health.
Particularly 1-12, you're always on edge. There's no comfortable range with 1-12.
I know. But I was comfortably the most vocal person in that bar, probably close to getting kicked out at times.
That's saying something for Turks Bar.
Yeah, I know. But we got it home, $3.10. So that's happy. And then I had a little multi that I forgot that I put on. Titans, Dogs, Manly, all head-to-head. That was a winner. Get up there. And that was it. Two good wins. The rest, not good win. Not good. Had a 6-leg top 3 racing multi. Missed by 1. It's tough to cop. But the Warriors 1-12 got me home. Good weekend overall. Paulie, how do we go on the pod?
Oh, yeah. Where are we? Okay, me first. I had the Sharks, Rabbitohs, highest scoring game of the round. No good. I had Kyle Edel to score a try. Good. I had the Waz to win, RTS to score a try, Tupou to score a try, and Toya to score a try. No good. And then I had try bingo Friday night games, 1-7. That was no good as well. Down $12.50 for the week, down $22 for the season. Teddy, 4 bets. Well, we all have 4 bets. He had 1 win. His best bet was the Dolphins, head-to-head, no good. Fletcher Sharp to score a try, no good. His same-game multi, Nikora and Trindle, both to score tries. Nice. And that was $8.90.
Ooh, nice.
And then he had Young, Mulitalo, Francis, and Turbo all to score tries. That was no good. Up $97.50 for the week, up $424 for the season.
Well done.
Carl, 4 losses.
Ish.
Bunnies plus 14.5. That meaningless field goal by not only he got right in the middle of Teddy minus 16.5 and Carl plus 14.5.
Tried to get
absolutely sensational.
Tried to get crafty, taking the extra 20 cents with the alternate line. Just take the 17.5.
Carl wanted the Dogs fullback, I think, Tracy, to score a try.
Yeah.
No good. Then he had under 45.5, To'o to score a try, and Storm to win. That was no good.
2 out of 3, bonus back.
And the lowest scoring team to be the Dolphins, remember. And that, no good there.
No good.
Searley, 1 win. His best bet was head-to-head.
Nice.
He had Jermaine Isiako score a try. No. His same-game multi was Marju, Schiller, and Francis all to score tries. No good. And then he had a little double, Cobbo and Isiako to score a try. That was no good. He down 650 for the week, up 482.75 for the season.
Down $6.50 for the week.
$6.50.
Oh, I was going to say, what did I slap on these bets here? Did I pull some power plays? How good.
What's my situation for the year?
For the year, you are minus $2.75.
Okay. Blake?
I don't have anything for him. Did he send anything through? Did he send something through?
Yeah, I thought I read them out.
Nah, he sent it through after, so we were going to take him to the judiciary.
Oh, that's right. And you said, are they good? And I said, yeah.
Oh, I said no. But I can review them later.
All righty. Let's move on, fellas, to the good, the bad, the ugly. Teddy, give us your good.
Good. The defence in the Eels Bulldogs game, I thought it was proper derby stuff. Bit there for Parramatta to take home there. Canterbury digging deep with no Burton, no kicking out. And the other little cherry on top, Bulldogs first team to 3-0 this year. So very, very exciting there. So first undefeated start to a season since 2012.
Wow.
And
We're back. We are back, baby. And we're going to be more. We're going to be more back with Daly Cherry and Zart back next year. So,
how'd 2012 go for you?
it was an enjoyable year. You know what? I'd cop a losing grand final after the last 7 or 8 years that we've copped. So,
Searley, what do you find good?
Just on that, geez, Gus Gould did his best to get DCE, didn't he? He was like, I just want to commend you for how you've handled this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, Gus, just give him the offer, mate. But I had the Warriors as my good, of course. Undefeated at home in 2025 to start. We struggled there last year, so it's good to start with 2 wins on the bounce. Wasn't pretty. Stayed in the fight for 60-odd minutes and then turned it on in the last 20, whereas I think in the past we might not have got that result. So, yeah, a really good win. Lots of standout performances. Obviously, Chans was massive, over 300 metres. Aaron Clark, really good again. Chanel with that individual brilliance off a pretty dusty nudge, but he turned it into something, the old shin kick, and then managed to pull it down and score, which was a bit of a tide turner. Roger with the hammy, Mitch and Fish, and then just Ali and Lecker, the 2 young guns, just continuing to show that they have superstar potential. So, yeah, plenty of positives there for Warriors fans. It wasn't a 5-star win, but we'll definitely take it.
That kick might be one of the worst kicks I've ever seen at the end of a set.
No.
It was so bad.
No.
It was.
A kick
It was horrendous.
is judged by the chase.
But the chase was incredible. It was an incredible chip and chase in the end.
Because the kick was perfectly positioned and the height was perfect for him to arrive there at just the right time.
I'm not having it.
That was a great kick.
It was
Agreed.
a terrible kick.
Rubbish.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, when you've got to go to Teddy for support, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
In the pub, he's kicked it, and I was like, oh, what the is that? Blah, blah, blah. And then he scored the try, and all the other guys on the table next to me like, what were you saying? I was like, I had to try and defend myself live.
How did he not just get it?
I know. Because it was such a bad kick. Because he's like, I don't have to go for this. Yeah. I'll stick with the Warriors game for mine, for the good. RTS's try saver on Dom Young with one hamstring. That was something special. And I'm not sure any other player in the team would have done that or been able to do that. Yeah. the whole lead up you saw when Townsend kicked 40-20 and RTS is limping back. He's in all sorts. But then to get back and win that 2-1, push Dom Young out in enough time for Chance to come across and save it was pretty good to watch. And now he's gone for 8 weeks.
It's
all good.
Just the overall defense shown by the Wars on the weekend. I thought that once again they let a fairly easy try, but then they just lock it up. It was very, very, last year we probably would have seen the Chooks go on a wee bit of a tear, but this Wars team, when the defense is good, that's very, very good signs for the season. I see very, very good signs.
Why don't we just rename the best part of the Warriors for the weekend?
You picked the Bulldogs, and that's your team, so we should just call it our team's won this weekend. Yeah.
At least I managed to avoid it the last 2 weeks.
How was the parades? How was the parades after going 3 from 3?
Lock your shopping trolleys up.
I've got Blake's bets from last week. His best bet was 1 to 12 at $3.10. Try scorer, Isa Ako, no good. Same game multi, Turbo, Olakauatu, and Manly 13 and over, no good there. And then he had Penrith plus 8.5, Cowboys plus 17.5, Eels plus 9.5. Oh.
Are we allowed to just put in tips after the matches now?
Yeah, he sent that through just before. He sent it through an hour ago, didn't he?
He should have a look at himself, because if he did send them an hour ago, he got 3 of them wrong.
All right. What about bad, Teddy? What do you find bad?
The Dolphins let me down no end, but them not taking the 2 twice when they're up by 6 just after half time was borderline criminal. It was mentally insane at best.
Mentally insane.
And they're not understanding scoreboard pressure. The Tigers, their attack hadn't been flying. Go up by 8 would have been huge. The Tigers go on and win the game. Christian Wolf is not long for this NRL coaching caper if this is the stuff he's got going on like that. There's no team that's playing slower, with less energy, with less discipline than the Dolphins. I think they've been very, very poor through 3 weeks. So, under pressure, and they were particularly bad. No doubt inflamed for me by being my best bet for the week last weekend. So,
I think I said last week that was the last chance I'll be giving them. I'm off them now. Searley, you're bad.
I had the penalty, which Teddy mentioned, the Josh Curran impersonating the referee, not in the spirit of the game penalty. Geez. If you went down to a club footy park, I don't know if there would be a game, there'd be that many stoppages. That just happens 24/7. I reckon Curran needs to be credited for how well he sold that. In the heat of the moment, executed it, nailed the player's first name, was convincing enough to sound like the referee to call him out too. It was the correct call too. So, yeah, I reckon hats off to Josh Curran. He has real potential. Life after footy, get in the middle with the whistle. And I just found that, like, spirit of the game. Seriously, they're trying to take each other's heads off. Look around the competition on the weekend. What is the spirit of the game?
What absolute rubbish. Matt Dory should be the one suspended for listening to him. That foolish listening. That's not the spirit of the game. Listening to a referee, listening to authority, that's decidedly against the spirit of rugby league.
That's a good one. What do you got, Paul?
It's the same thing. It's the Josh Curran thing where he was penalised for impersonating. There should be a number of referees who are penalised for not impersonating referees. This is just ridiculous. I agree 100% with Searley there. Josh Curran, that's just a crazy penalty. Crazy.
What I'd like to see is a few more referees impersonating referees rather than the players having to do it.
My bad. We've touched on it. Braden Trindle's meaningless field goal wasn't needed at all. Not needed at all. The last second of the game, just knock it on, go to the sheds. That's not happy. Ugly, Teddy.
Grant Atkins and Ashley Klein completely refereeing Canberra out of the game against Manly. I thought that was ridiculous. The no try. off the supposed obstruction was ridiculous. Cherry Evans barely touched Horsburgh barely touched Cherry Evans and didn't interfere with him at all. But then the 5-6 agains, the sin bin was questionable at best. But these meaningless 6 agains, well, not meaningless, these unaccountable 6 agains can completely ruin games, and that spiraled way out of control. I think the first half possession was 82% to Manly, 18% to the Raiders. You can't win a game of football doing that, and it was one of those Grant Atkins games where he just gets a bee in his bonnet and just absolutely refs the team out of it. Like, there's no way the Raiders were a 30-point worse team than the Seagulls at halftime last week. So I thought that was very poor and ruined a pretty appetising clash.
Searley?
I just had this whole DCE situation. While it's entertaining, if you're a Manly fan, you would have to be furious. And we've seen the powers that be running that club make some interesting decisions over the last couple of years. But when it gets to the point where you're making your first contract offer and the ad break of a TV show to one of the greatest players that has ever worn your jersey, then, yeah, you know that there's some trouble going on. And even just after their logic around not having made an offer and things like that, it just doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah, that's pretty ugly.
I wrote a column last year ranking the 17 CEOs and had Tony Mestrov last after kind of speaking to a few sources. It turns out that was completely factually true. and if I could lower him from after yesterday, he'd be getting lower further. So that does not have the respect of the good CEOs in the game. And I dare say it doesn't have the respect of the Manly club owner after yesterday either.
The most shocking part about it I found is that DCE's 10-year deal is up already. I don't feel like it was 10 years ago he signed that.
They're almost 10 years to the day signed with the Titans. So.
Yeah.
One of the few successful 10-year deals.
I remember writing a piece for a website that I ran back then that no longer is in play and may cause some issues with the NRL if it was, about the top 10 backflips of all time. So I'll have to see if I can dig that up.
It was... I'm loving the talk that he might go back to the Titans. Like, there's less than 0% chance he would go to the Titans. Yeah. Like, there's more chance he'll go and play for Mars than he'll go play for the Titans. So.
See him linking up with Foz for one more year, get another premiership. Both of them retire off into the sunset.
I'll tell you what, that'll be a first. Winning premierships 15 years apart.
And winning a premiership at the Titans more.
Winning anything on the Gold Coast. I'm pretty sure Gold Coast haven't won a premiership in any sport they've participated in. It's too fun a place.
No beach now. What do they do now? Paul, what's your ugly?
DCE as well. Just the way that it played out live. That's sensational in itself, and sort of reminded me about Kerry Packer when he wasn't live on that, but he called up Channel 9 to tell them I can't remember what they changed. Something was supposed to be.
They put the Doug Mulray show was on. It was like Australia's naughtiest video or something. It's like, what is this crap? And then got it off, and then they put the football on.
I respect that. But yeah, this DCE saga, oh boy, that's ugly.
My ugly, a little bit lighter, I suppose. Dimitri Vaimuaga's entry to the field on Friday night. It was tough to watch. Ted and I had a little bit of back and forth. Shades of Manu Vatuvei, 2007 versus the Eels. Those first couple of carries, and not good to watch.
Now, I'm correct in the fact he's changed his name. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, he might want to change it again because he want to go hiding after that one.
Oh, shit.
It was tough. And then when Leka comes on and it's complete opposite, he's absolutely dominating. It's like, yeah, you're right.
It was Carriage-esque to start the game.
All right, fellas, let's go to the grid.
Oh, shit.
You right?
Yeah.
You haven't done it?
No, I have.
Okay. Pause the pod. Go find the grid for Tuesday, 25th of March. Come back.
Oh, no.
You've done today's grid, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm on the podium.
Okay, this is a 3-horse race. I'll officiate. Off you go.
Across the top, we've got played for the Kiwis.
Oh, fuck.
Don't swear.
Sorry.
Played for the Panthers. Played 300-plus games. Down the left, Storm, 50-plus career tries. Has played for Manly. You don't want to try and do this live with us, Searley?
Not really, to be honest, but I can give it a crack.
DNS.
All right, Teddy, give us your top row.
Played for the Kiwis, played for the Storm, Wizards 0.64, Tessessa Lavere.
Okay, I'm not doing this live. Yep, you guys go. That's just ruled me out.
It gets a lot worse, I can tell you that. Panthers Storm, Ben Rorty, 3.60.
Oh,
Who?
boy.
And played 300-plus games, Storm, Billy Slater, 14.12.
Ben Rorty.
This is a rort. Teddy's making this up.
Yeah.
We won a premiership.
Tessessa Lovett, and I thought of him and I thought, nah, he's more than the guy that I decided to go with. And he's not.
Yeah, right.
I'll go next, Paul. Kiwi Storm, Jeff Lima, 2.83. Panthers Storm, Paul Movorowski, 4.97. Played, you right there?
He's bored by the sound of it.
Yeah, 300-plus games for the Storm. Ryan Hoffman, 11.64.
Oh, nice.
Matthew Duffy, Brain, 1.28.
You mean All Bucks legend? Matthew Duffy. NRL reserve grader / All Blacks legend.
That's why when there's a Storm question related to the Kiwis, his name comes to mind straight away. James Maloney, 18.62. Ryan Hoffman, 11.64.
Middle row, Ted.
Kiwis 50-plus tries, Jason Nightingale, 3.68. Panther 50-plus tries, Amos Roberts, Brain, 1.68.
Oh.
And 300-plus games, 50-plus tries. And I can tell you, you will never get a unicorn for this player again. Darren Lockyer, unicorn, 2.68.
What? That's outrageous.
That's completely outrageous. So.
That is a Ben Rorty. That's what that is.
I mean, Ben Rorty was 3.6 points. Darren Lockyer was a unicorn, 2.68. So.
One bloke's played 400 games. The other bloke would be lucky if he's played 4, I reckon.
Ben Rorty was like, would have played 150 games in the NRL.
I'm going to look him up after this. My middle row. Kiwis, 50-plus career tries. Clinton Torpey, Wizard, 1.35. Panthers, 50-plus tries. Luke Lewis, 5.11. And 300-plus games, 50-plus career tries. Darius Boyd, 4.21.
Paul Fatuira, Wizard, 1.25. These are my staples. Reese Lightning, Reese Wesser, 2.49. And Luke Lewis, 3.78.
Bottom row, Ted.
Kiwis, Manly. Found it surprisingly hard. Then Vare, 5.75. Panthers, Manly, Travis Burns, 4.09. And 300-plus games, Manly, Anthony Watmo, 14.07.
Ben Rorty played 126 NRL games.
Yep. Yeah.
And a further 74 in the Super League.
He played for a good team as well. I think he won with the Panthers, and I think he played for the Storm just as they were coming good.
Yeah, 98 to 01 with the Storm, 2002 to 2003 with the Panthers.
Good player.
What do we got? The Kiwis, Manly, Steve Matai, 7.82. Penrith, Manly, Lewis Brown, 9.02. 300-plus games, Manly, Anthony Watmo, 14.07.
Dean Whare. Teddy, Dean Whare, 5.75.
I could have said Dean Ware.
Joan Nullival, 7.98.
Galileo.
Yeah. And Anthony Watmow, 14.
What now?
That block of roach that we've got on the line.
And it's clearly Anthony, not Anthony. There's a late in there.
Mark Anthony Watmo.
Wow. Your total, Teddy?
50.3.
I had 61.
Yes, I'm on the podium. 66.9.
Of course you're on the podium. There was 3 of you. No, that's actually, if it's a 3-horse race, they don't pay third place dividends, so you're out of it, mate.
No third dividend, Paul.
Oh, gee.
All right, another edition of the grid. Last week, the game previews. Last week's review. Teddy 5 out of 8. Searley 6 out of 8. Paul 7 out of 8. And myself 5 out of 8 in the head-to-head. Pickings.
What did I get wrong? Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Oh.
They're gone this
Yeah,
they're gone.
I'm wiping them from my... They're not going to be part of my plans.
Might not win a game this year. All right. This week we'll go Teddy, Searley, Paul, myself around the horn. South Sydney $3.50, Panthers $1.30.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Roosters $1.48, Titans $2.65.
Roosters.
Chooks.
Dolphins $4.60, Broncos $1.20.
Dolphins.
You're not.
Broncos.
He's going to the well one more time. Give me the Bronx.
Broncos. Dragons $3.05 against the Storm $1.38.
Dragons.
Wow.
I'm going Storm, but I love that Dragons line. Sure.
Storm.
Cowboys $1.90, Raiders $1.90.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Sharks $1.26, Dogs $3.90.
Dogs.
Sharks.
Manly $1.15, the Eels $5.60.
Manly.
Tigers $1.60, the Warriors $2.35.
Was.
Wow.
I like that, Teddy. And I'll do the Christian Tuipulotu celebration because he's not allowed to do it anymore. Let's get that money.
And was.
Was that Paul? Was it Wes? To be against the Waz again?
All righty. I think you, Searley, myself, and Paul all had the same picks there.
That's
Hasn't gone
dangerous.
well for punters in the past.
There are a lot of big favourites. If anyone with common sense would just be on all the favourites for me.
There are some good lines this week, though.
Oh, how they what?
All right.
Delicious. Who's the social media star? He goes, yeah, I'm delicious. He just got cancelled almost.
Paulie Mawate.
We can cancel him anytime.
Oh.
If I just do this,
There are many countries in the world you would have already been cancelled in, Paul. I've done very well. This is a New Zealand-based podcast.
Oh, that's that one, isn't it? I did the wrong one. I turned your headphones
Oh,
down.
yeah. I couldn't hear myself.
There you go. He's gone.
Oh, no. Come on.
All right, let's do a couple of games in depth. The first one we're going to do Thursday night, Rabbitohs $3.50, Panthers $1.30. Panthers are 10.5-point favourites. The total is 49.5. There's no Cleary for the Panthers. Trent Talau coming in at number 7, and Alex Johnston is back for the Bunnies. Teddy, what have you got here?
Yeah, no Edwards either. I think it's a ridiculous line to open up the week. Plus 11.5 with no Cleary and no Edwards. It's a big ask for a team who's lost 2 straight. They were good. They were tough against Melbourne, but they were never really in the game. Well, they backdoored it, but yeah, I thought that said more about Melbourne maybe taking the foot off a little bit than Penrith being exceptional. If you want to lay 11.5 points with Jack Cole and Trent Talau as your halves, good luck to you. Penrith are very good off a loss. Covered 16 of 18 off a loss. Covered 5 of 6 off the team, 28 plus. But road favourites off an interstate trip. Covered just 34% the last 4 years. Home underdogs of 4 in the first 4 rounds. Covered 66%. South have covered 5 of 6 at the core. Wayne Bennett teams off a double-digit loss. Covered 55%. They're plus 13% POT in the head-to-head. So, a bit of the aim South to win the game as well. But I am all over South. They've covered 3 straight. They backdoored it last week. against Cronulla, as you will know, Carl, and as I will know as well. It is just a very, very good bet for mine. The South bet. I've no idea how to make this line 11.5.
I've got 10.5 here, but I hear you.
It normally wouldn't matter unless there's someone going to kick a sneaky, meaningless field goal.
Shout out Braden Burns. Braden Trindle. Searley, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I also really like that line of 10.5, and I think you can play around with some alternative lines as well and still get some decent money if you want to take some more points as well for your multis. But yeah, look, obviously it's Penrith, so you back them to win, right? And you don't back them to lose 3 straight. But I was shocked to see the Bunnies paying $3.50 head-to-head as well, just because of the outs. Rabbitohs have only won 2 of their last 14 against the Panthers, but when you look at the outs, like, it's massive for Penrith. They'll be fired up, obviously, and they did hang in tough last week. But yeah, 10.5. I like the Bunnies to cover that.
Young Jamie Humphries is doing a good job from him too.
Yeah, he'd be really good at like Manly, I reckon, next year, eh?
He could have been an excellent succession plan.
And that Finau kid as well could have been like a good long-term option for them too, but they let him go.
I read something yesterday. It was like they've managed to turn 3 Finau brothers, Jamie Humphries, and then Daly Cherry Evans into a declining Luke Brooks, a massive Josh Schuster deal that they've cut short, and Jake Simpkin all played.
This is a real first real test for the Panthers. No Cleary, no Luai. Edwards is gone.
Cole, Toilau, halves. That's, yeah, that doesn't fill you with a whole lot. To be fair, Cole hasn't been the worst, but Jamie Humphries, boy, shout out Manly. I mean, if you were going to shaft DCE, why wouldn't you have let Jamie Humphries know and say, hold on, bro, there's going to be a spot for you in the season. I just don't understand it.
That try he got last week, catching the Sharks off guard. It's very good.
He's solid as, isn't he?
I saw a photo with his top off.
He's a very attractive man, Paul. A very attractive man.
His biceps are through the roof. Him and Ryan Madison, they should have a gun off.
He'll be featuring very highly in NRL Roast Hottest 100 next year, no doubt about
that. Teddy, a big subscriber to that, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
big subscriber. Very upset when Cameron McInnes doesn't rate higher.
Yeah, that is rough, especially with his teeth out.
Who was upset last year that he was so low down, or he was behind one of his teammates? Oh, I can't remember who it was. Oh, damn it. Anyway, back to the game.
I love a yarn like that, eh? Who was it? Can't remember. Don't worry. Anyway.
It might come back to me later.
Hope not.
The line's too big. The line is too big. And I'm happy to take it. In fact, it features in my betting this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think Penrith will win, but I don't. Too big line. Dolphins $4.60, Broncos $1.20. The line here 13.5. The total 50.5. Dolphins are rolling out the same 17 as last week. Katoni Staggs back for the Broncos.
How are you not with the Dolphins in this one? Like, the Broncos aren't very good.
Neither are the Dolphins.
No, Dolphins aren't very good. I absolutely couldn't agree more with that. But would I rather take a team at $1.15 or $1.20 that's not very good, or I'd rather take the $4.60, the plus 13.5, whatever it is. So I'll be all over the Dolphins one. Brisbane won 3 of the 4 derbies, but Dolphins have covered 3 of the 4. They won the last time, 40-6. Home underdogs kind of covered here. Fit this bill. The Titans 7 of 11 have covered, getting double digits. Covered 6 of 8 of a double-digit loss. Broncos covered just 3 of their last 9 as a favourite of 12.5 or more. So, and Michael Maguire 49.88 as a club coach, and Trent Barrett remains the Broncos' assistant. So, I thought they were lucky. I thought they were lucky to get away with that against the Cowboys last week. They have arguably the 2 best forwards in the game in in Haas and Carrigan. Like, there are others, but like they are going as well as anyone. But I don't know. There's a few, like, Reece Walsh is playing some awful football. He is in his own head, something shocking at the moment. So, for all the skill in the world, has anyone had a worse run of coaches than him? Well, started his career with Anthony Seabold telling him he's not going to fit here. Nathan Brown coaching him up at the Warriors. Goes to the Broncos against Kevin Walters. And now gets Malcolm Maguire. Good luck. Good luck, Reece.
Just let the bloke take his top off, honestly.
Oh, here we go. Talking about subscribers. I don't know how this line is this big. Like, this is a rivalry. They'll be up for this. Yeah, they're playing pretty ordinary football at the moment, the Titans, the Dolphins, but it's not unsolvable. There's a bit of energy and a bit of direction on the field. Now, it's easier said than done, but they've still got a very talented team, so I'll be all over the Dolphins as well.
Look, you're right. Like, looking at the team, their backline in particular, so good.
They're big, they're fast.
I said it last week. If the Dolphins don't win, I'm off them.
You're off them.
I'm off them until they can show me otherwise. That's where I stand. Searley, where are you in this game?
Yeah, I agree. On paper, you give the Dolphins a shot, right? But watching them the last 3 weeks, they've been woeful. That they look like wooden spoon contenders. They're grateful paras in the comp at the moment. So, yeah, I'm just going the Broncos, but I'd love to see the Finns get up.
It's another one where the plus just looks so delicious. And the frustrating thing with the Dolphins is I don't think they need to change too much to actually find a wee bit of success. I can't see it against the Broncos this weekend, though. But the plus has me very interested. Breaking news, Russell Wilson to New York. I'll just chuck it in there.
Which one?
Giant. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Where does who makes way for DCE at the Dolphins?
See, I reckon they go. He just mentors Katoa. Katoa plays 6, DCE 7, gets the best tutelage possible, and then takes over the reins from that.
I don't think he's going back to the Dolphins.
Where do you reckon? Roosters?
I would love him to go to the Dogs. I think he's tossing up between the Dogs and the Roosters, but I think the Roosters would be $1.10. I'll put him better.
If he goes to the Roosters, though, that's burning your legacy. Although everyone's just off Manly for how they handled it, so it's almost like shame.
I don't think there's anything he could do that would burn his legacy now. I don't think he could do anything at all. He could sign with Parramatta and not burn his legacy.
What, so Sam Walker 6, DCE 7?
Yeah. And he mentors DC for a couple of years, wins a premiership. I think he wants to win a premiership, to be honest. I think he's got a lot of money. He's going to get a lot of money wherever he goes. I don't buy into this romanticism that he'll go out to his junior club and all that stuff. Like, he's got 3 kids in school in Northern Beaches. He's staying in Sydney.
Warriors.
Warriors.
Well, that would be one for the books.
Do you know how many people I had messaging me, being like, mate, are we in for him? I'm like, I do not think DCE at 36 is weighing up a move across the ditch, mate.
Bones are getting a bit sore. I need to get somewhere cold, make it real good.
Yeah, there we go.
That would be something else.
Wow. I'd love to just get your logins for a day, Searley, and just the stuff.
It's out the gate. But some of it actually makes a lot of sense. It's just like, no, Kalen Ponga is not coming here after he comes to the Hurricanes. Like, what's the go there? Like, it's just chaos, mate.
All right, the next one, Cowboys. I put this game in here because of the betting, not because I'm excited to watch it. But Cowboys $1.90, Raiders $1.90. The line's 1.5. The total's 47.5. Cowboys stink, and Tuppen has back for the Raiders. Teddy, what have you got in terms of stats?
Yeah, thanks for picking the worst game on Saturday for us to preview. Only Sharks, Dogs, only 2 top 4 teams battling it out there, but that's fine.
No, Sharks are done. Like, for me, Trindle ruined that last one.
Yeah, I've found this game hard to get a grip on. I'm going to be on Canberra because I just think they're a better team, got more talent, and I'm really death riding Todd Payton right now. So nothing I love more than the coach sacking, and I can smell blood in the water up there. So Cowboys won 6 straight against the Raiders. They've won 4 of the last 5 at Queensland Country Bank. But home teams of $2 or shorter off interstate cover at just 37%. the Cowboys, they've covered just 3 of their last 16 home games. They are way overrated at home. The Raiders, not a good travelling team at the moment, covered just 2 of their last 13 in the state when shorter than $2, but they've covered 7 of their last 8 of a loss of 28 plus, and you kind of feel they'll be fired up after they got absolutely gypped by the referee last week. So, Tapane back. I think Sebastian Chris is looking as good as I've ever seen him. Hudson Young playing well. I'm just going to be on the Raiders here. Best bet in the game, though, for mine is the under. Absolutely love the under in this game. Some under angles everywhere. Raiders 23-13 to the under off a loss. Cowboys 12-7 to the under off a home loss. At home off a loss. 8-3. Cowboys home off a double-digit loss. 64% the under round 1 to 4 when there's a team interstate. So all over the under in this one. I think 49.5. So we'll be on that.
47.5.
Moving down already.
Get on now, punters. Searley, where's your head at?
Yeah, I was shocked to see $1.90 each. The Cowboys have won the last 6 straight against the Raiders, but they're not the same team that they were. And I think Joseph Tapane at $6.50 is a great bet too after what we saw, that defensive effort late in the game to allow Payne Haas through. Like, yes, he's a wrecking ball, but they were playing Oztag. That's even a generous compliment. Like, that they did not want to know about him through the middle there. That was some pretty woeful D. So
have you seen a fullback run further away from a contest than Scott Drinkwater when Payne Haas was running at him? It's like
even Ruben Cotter just sticking like a lazy arm out, like that's not like Ruben Cotter at all. I reckon there's definitely something going on at the Cows, surely. So yeah, I'm gonna back the Raiders for sure, and I'm gonna take that money, hopefully.
As Warriors fans, what about the sliding door moment of you guys desperately wanting Todd Payton and Todd Payton saying no, and now you're having to watch the horrible coaches going at the Cowboys, where you guys have a very astute, likable coach.
Shout out Webby.
Yeah, go Webby. We love you, son.
Yeah.
What do you think this game, Paul?
I'm surprised at the odds. I was thinking that...
You used to be a bookie. What would you have this game at?
Well, I was thinking the Cowboys might be north of $3 here. Which I think
this is the Raiders on the road. Let's not get too over the top.
I like that used to be a bookie call out too, and then he's like, I've got the Cows at $3. It's like, well, there we go then.
That's why he's no longer.
That's why I'm here. But the $1.90 on the Raiders just looks just a wee bit too attractive for mine. And I think you can put a line through that Manly game last weekend where not a lot went their way, either when they had the ball or in the officiating. So Tapane, a big plus for them as well. I just the way the Cowboys are going at the moment, they just don't look like they have an idea. So Raiders for mine.
The biggest concern in this game is the fact that we're all on it. It just seems like a trap when something just seems too delicious and we're all over it. It's like, now I'm getting very worried. I would have liked a couple of people to pick the Cowboys this one.
Well, if we're in the trap, then so the Raiders taking 75% of the money. Savage is getting smashed in the all try scorer markets and is being run through 75% of same game multis.
I like it.
I like it a lot too. Savage.
Yeah.
You'll be happy to hear, Teddy, I'll just throw you a bone here. 82% of the money is on the Dogs at the point start in that game.
Of course, it's a ridiculous start.
Last game, we're going to talk about not the Dogs, but the Tigers, $1.60, and the Warriors, $2.35. Tigers are 4.5 point favourites. Total was 48.5. No RTS for the Warriors. Rocco Berry comes in after carving up in New South Wales Cup. And as we discussed earlier, we're waiting to hear who will replace Dylan Walker. Teddy, what have you got?
Well, first of all, shout out to anyone who watches New South Wales Cup now that gambling's been banned on it. It's makes it very, very difficult to enjoy. Waz, 7 straight against the Tigers on the last 4 in Australia. Tigers have covered the last 2. Tigers 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 as a favourite. 4-7 against the spread when they're under $2. Now the Waz, teams off conceding 10 or fewer, cover at 58%. They're 11-4 against the spread in their opening 4 games in the last 4 years. So good starters. Good starters relative to the market. Covered their last 3 in Sydney. 11-8 against the spread in the South win. Got to get the Warriors here. I think the number's too big. I'm concerned about losing RTS. It's going to be hard for the Warriors to figure out now who not to pass the ball to. But hopefully they'll adapt their strategy and find the next best player. Hopefully we don't see any Tame Tuapiki touch the ball anymore because he seems too talented. Also, Steve, I would say best total of the week or close to the under in this one. Anglo I really like here. Rounds 1 to 4 when both teams were off a win. The under hits at 66.1% the last 4 years. So, as well as all the interstate stuff. Tigers, 12-2 the under in their opening 4 games last 4 years. 12-3 under Warriors. So, both basing their success on defence. Under 10-2 in the last 12 Tigers games at Campbelltown. So, love the under, like the Warriors.
It's outrageous. I love it.
If you told me Tigers would have the best defence in the comp after 3 rounds, I wouldn't have believed you. But we've won our last 7 straight against the Tigers. 6 of those 7 have been 1-12 as well, which the TAB is dishing up $3.60. So yeah, I'll always back the Warriors, but I'll certainly be backing them this week as well. I'll be backing them 13 plus at $5.50 too. That's a bargain. But yeah. Go the Warriors. This week we go over there and get the dub. Before a bye, it's a 4-point win, so it's extremely important for us.
Yep. Could be a race to 20, Paul.
Could be. As Searley said, I'll always back the Wars. So
Don't do this.
100%. This is a great position for the Wars. Plus 4.5, 235 money line. This is just... I think money for Jack. This is going to be a lovely finish to the weekend.
Up the wires, baby. Right, let's do some betting. $150 to spend. $50 on a best bet, $50 on a try scorer, $25 on a same game multi, and $25 anywhere else. Teddy, what have you got?
$50 best bet. Dolphins plus 13.5 at $1.90. Best try scorer, James Tedesco, $2, scored 13 tries in 14 games against the Titans. So I'll just pull out the number. He is riding a streak against the Titans. He's scored 10 tries in his last 8 matches against the Titans. So black figures there. We'll take that. Same game multi. I'm going to go with Manly to absolutely built the hell out of Parramatta. And in particular, down that Will Penasini channel because he cannot tackle. He's an absolute swinging gate. So I'm going to go Turbo, 2+ tries, Ruben Garrick try, Homoli Olakawatu try, $10.11 for that same game multi. And I'm already counting the cash that time. And $25 and anything else, I'm going to go the Dragons to win at $3.05.
What was that last one, sorry?
Dragons to win.
Okay. Searley, what do you got?
Low-key quite gutted we didn't talk about that Dragons Storm game because I reckon that one's going to be a doozy. But hey, look, we don't have time. Also breaking news, Keanu Keeney possibly out for the season with neck surgery. But $50 best bet of the week, Warriors just head-to-head, $2.35. $50 best try scorer of the week, Hamole Olakawatu at $2.10. My same game multi is also that Manly game, backing Manly, DCE for a bit of a spite performance, and then Hamole also to score at $7.20. And then my 25 on anything else. It's very leery. My wicked wingers hasn't been working, so I've gone with a second row special here. Hamole into Hudson Young and Angus Crichton, who's very due, paying $24.63.
Paul?
My best bet, the Bunnies plus 10.5 at $1.90. My try scorer, Britton Nakora at $2.90. My same game multi. It's in the Manly game. 3 try scorers, Tommy T, Ruben Garrick, who's very greedy, and Josh Addo-Carr, all to score tries. It comes out at $4.95. And I'm taking a 2-leg multi. I'm taking the Bunnies plus 10.5 into the Dolphins plus the points.
Okay. My best. Warriors head-to-head, $2.35.
Smart man.
Try scorer. DCE, $3.15.
Also smart man.
3 weeks in a row.
Big newspaper punting guy right here.
Oh, hey. Can't throw shots like that willy-nilly.
Dylan Brown scoring as well.
It's his last game for Manly before he comes to the Warriors, so he's going to want to score.
Wow. How do we turn him down?
You send me a cease and desist. That's
same game, multi. Warriors head-to-head. Warriors to score over 21.5 points. And then Taruva to score more tries than Tuapiki. $6.97.
Whoa, what?
He just likes the celebration.
I'm saying Taruva's going to score more tries than Tane Tuapiki.
He sees Tuapiki taking the RTS role of no one passing the ball, Paul, so respect that.
No one's passing the ball in 3 games, so like, why would we change that now?
And a new Waz badge. Come on.
No.
Waz
to win. Waz over 21.5 points. My last bet, 7 legs, all head-to-head. Panthers, Roosters, Broncos, Storm, Sharks, Manly, Waz. $10.84.
Was that the whole round?
No, there's one game that I chose not to put in there.
Okay.
And that must be the Dogs?
Sharks, Dogs?
Oh, no. I don't know.
Raiders?
Oh, the Raiders game.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Heaven forbid you have something that's close to betting. We'll just put all the $1.10 favourites together.
You don't... That's the show, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming, Teddy.
That's the show. The toys are out of the cot. I'm done.
Always a pleasure. Searley, thank you very much for your professionalism this week. I really appreciate it.
Teddy may not be with us next week. In fact, I don't think he is.
Paul, thank you very much. We're done.